Hi everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Josh, or Prez as most of you all know me as, and welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, I'm going to be telling you my top 10 tips for visiting the island of Lanzarote in the Canary Islands. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. So Lanzarote is an island that I've been to many times in my life, and I'm actually going again this year, hopefully, obviously depending on how the pandemic pans out. So without further ado, I thought I'd share some tips to make us a little bit jealous of Lanzarote whilst we're all stuck in lockdown. But lockdown is easing, which is good news, and I've hopefully got some amazing travels for my birthday and some others later down the line into 2021, which is going to be really great. So let's get into the first tip. So my first tip is to do the research about the resort you're staying in. Now this sounds weird, and many people possibly do this, but I've actually been to resorts where people have complained about the hotel simply because of the location. So I would always suggest looking around the resort that you're staying in. There's three main resorts in Lanzarote: Costa de Keys, Puerto del Carmen and Playa Blanca. We prefer to stay in Puerto del Carmen, but it's not everyone's cup of tea. The reason being, most of the hotels are situated up a big hill, and if you're elderly or have walking difficulties, that cannot be ideal. So I would always suggest look around the area, see what's there. Playa Blanca is more restaurants, bars, not many shops from what I can gather, but you have got the harbour. Puerto del Carmen's got a little bit of it all. It's got shops, it's got restaurants, it's got bars, and it's also got a harbour. And Costa de Keys is sort of the quietest part resort town of Lanzarote, and that is really quiet, but can equally be quite nice for a relaxing break. So when I stay in Puerto del Carmen, some of the top tips hotels that I do stay in is Isla del Mar. It's a 5-star boutique hotel, which is really amazing. And then if you're sort of on a smaller budget and can't afford, 5-star luxury hotels, there's one next door that's got it's a lovely little 3-star hotel, but it's also got 4 stars on TripAdvisor when I was having a look, and that is called THB Flora, and it seems really nice, situated obviously just next door to Isla de la Mar. So my next tip coming onto this is find a suitable transport option that works for you. Now, my mum and me, I don't drive at the moment. I'm learning to drive, but my mum isn't comfortable driving abroad yet. Reason being is she went round about the wrong way in Ibiza once. That was eventful. But yeah, find a suitable transport option that works for you. We prefer to obviously get taxis around. The taxis are so cheap in Lanzarote, from the airport to Puerto del Carmen, it's literally about €20. So, it's nothing at all. If you fancy taking public transport, I believe there's many buses that do go around, various resorts, take you to various different locations on the island. And also you have got the option as well to hire a car. Just have a look at all the different options when arriving at the resort or arriving at the airport for the different options. Car hire is inexpensive, so are taxis, and the bus, I believe, would be very cheap. So find a suitable transport option that works for you, where it's going to take you where you want to go and explore the island. So that leads me on to my next tip: get out on the water. Now, there are various boat trips that go around Lanzarote, mostly departing from Playa Blanca. Playa Blanca is sort of where most of the boat trips do. However, there are a few excursions in Puerto del Carmen. We went on one on our last trip, and it was an all-inclusive boat trip where we had water sports included. So you could do snorkeling, canoeing, banana boat, and just general swimming. It was a really nice excursion. It included food and drink, and it was literally about €50 each, which wasn't too bad priced at all. So if you do fancy a boat trip, get out on the water. You can see a completely different side to the island, and there's some really amazing tours. On to my next tip, number 4, is eat out. Eating out in Lanzarote is possibly one of the greatest things. There are various different types of cuisine. There's Mexican, Spanish, English, Italian. There's all sorts to eat out. So yeah, just eat out, find a nice restaurant. You can look on places like TripAdvisor and Google to find a really good place with some good reviews. One of the places that is literally next to my hotel is called the Kentia Gourmet Club. It's literally got floor to ceiling windows, and it looks straight out onto the harbour, and it is really beautiful. Honestly, couldn't fault it. It was a beautiful meal, and you know, it was really nice. That is one of my top picks in Puerto del Carmen. But going further down into town, there's some beautiful different cuisines. There's a lovely Mexican restaurant, there's a lovely Indian, and there's various different British pubs as well. So it is great if you want a whole different type of cuisine during your stay. Number 5 is do some shopping. There are various different shopping malls in Lanzarote. Two notably, there's one near the airport, which I've not been to, and then there's Biosfera, which is in the centre of Puerto del Carmen. I've been to that one, and my last trip, I accidentally forgot to pack enough clothes. So I had to get my wallet out and buy, you know, a fair few new clothes. People are going to wonder, like, oh, is it all, like, fake? And the really good thing about Lanzarote is, and Tenerife and the Canaries, is they've got these shopping malls that have proper shops in them. They're proper, you know, registered shops with a registered brand, such as Tommy Hilfiger, Guess, Berkshire, Pull&Bear, all those types of ones. And obviously you can check they're genuine by going onto the official websites and doing a store locator. So you can find genuine branded clothing in a shopping mall and do some shopping, because, you know, you're on holiday, enjoy yourself. So there's various different shopping malls, and in the shopping malls there, especially in the Biosfera, there's a whole entertainment floor. It's got an open air cinema, a simulator ride, and a mini golf course. That's great. In the evening we did it as the sun went down. It was absolutely beautiful. So get out, do some shopping, and have a good time while you're in Lanzarote. Number 6 is possibly a general tip, and possibly what people do already know, but don't drink the tap water. Most holiday reps, when you do arrive, if you're on a package tour, on the coach, when you're going to the hotel, do specify, you know, not to drink the tap water, but use it for brushing your teeth and things. But don't drink the tap water. Water, again, bottled water in Lanzarote is fairly inexpensive. It's about 80 cents. Not even that. It's really cheap. You can get a 5 or an 8 litre. And if you've got a fridge in your apartment, buy some smaller bottles, put them in, and it's handy for when you're going out on days. As well. So just keep hydrated as well, because you are in a hot climate. So don't drink the tap water, but do buy some water to stay hydrated. Number 7 is do an excursion or two. So do a boat excursion, that is a must, but also add another excursion onto your trip. There are various different excursions that you can do. You can go to Rancho Park, Texas, which is like a zoo and a sort of a mini theme park. You've got Aqualand, you've got Aqua Lava. You've got all different water parks, theme parks. There's sort of attractions and excursions you can do. You can take a tour around the island with a tour guide. There's so much to do and so much to explore. So just simply explore the island. It is a beautiful place. There's so many different things to see. You've got Timanfaya National Park. You've got Tequis itself. It's beautiful. Just get out, explore the island, and take a tour. It is beautiful. Another notable mention is the Jamos del Agua attraction. It's a beautiful cave. I believe it was man-made, and it's just stunning inside. It's got a swimming pool, but you can't swim in it. I believe it's something for like the king. It's just beautiful. It really is. Just get out, explore, and I promise you, you will have a great time. Number 8 is there is always great weather in Lanzarote, but again, there is always that risk. We went in February and we woke up one morning to really a cloudy day. Luckily, it did break up and become sunny later in the day, but always just be prepared. So always I would suggest packing a light jacket or like anorak to take with you, just to be on the safe side, just in case you do get a shower or in case it is a little bit chilly. February is still warm, shorts and t-shirt weather in the morning and in the day, but towards the night time it can get a little bit chilly, so you may want a jacket or a jumper in the evenings. Number 9 is wear sensible footwear. If you're doing an excursion that's going up to Timanfaya National Park, if you're going, you know, wear sensible footwear. If you're doing an excursion, wear sensible footwear. The amount of people that wore like flip-flops and sandals going into the cave, you know, you've got stairs that are really steep. It's not nice, because, you know, just wear sensible footwear. If you're going on an excursion, I would always recommend wearing trainers or canvas shoes, you know, something like Vans. But, you know, just be sensible and wear sensible footwear when doing your excursion. And number 10 is to go out at night. Now this brings me on to my thing about the Biosfera rooftop plaza. Go out at night. Don't stay in your hotel. Don't, you know, you might think that, you know, all the young ones go out. Puerto del Carmen is relatively quiet when it comes to nightlife. It's mainly families and people going out for a drink, going out for a meal. It's beautiful. It really is nice, and you know, you can have some fun. There's so much to do, there's so much to see, there's so much to explore, and it's really just worth your while. So there you have it. There's my top 10 tips for visiting Lanzarote. I did hope they do help you, and if you do want to plan your trip to Lanzarote, you can find my travel planner book, Flight Edition, in the description box below for you to purchase, and you can buy that for £4.99. So yeah, it's brilliant. If you're planning a trip, it helps you stay organised and keep some structure. But I do hope these tips do help you on your trip to Lanzarote. And if anyone has any extra tips to offer people, please do sure to leave them in the comment section down below. Anyway, thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye.